Wake up, everybody. Good morning to you, St. Lucia. It is time to continue with this morning. And I like to bring you everything that excites me. And finding local artisans, creatives, is really something that is truly, I can say now, a passion of mine. And when I meet people who are living their passion, we have to bring it to you. So, right now, we're helping you enter into the world of Trinkets 758. And we have the owner, the CEO, the boss lady in charge.
Yes.
So, how are you today, my love?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, 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 good.
Super.
How are you?
Well, I'm feeling really great. I always say there's always an energy about being outside. We have a lovely island,
telling you.
and I think you can really relate to it because with what you create, it kind of pulls in with what's natural, what's beautiful about St. Lucia. So, first of all, introduce yourself and let St. Lucia know about your brand.
All right. Well, I'm Christiane Pamphil. I have Trinket 758. It is a handmade sea glass jewelry business that I opened in 2017. And it started as a hobby, something that I just like to do, just collect sea glass. I like to pick up rocks, pick up the shells, pick up everything that I get on the beach. And then I used to turn it into something. It was always something small, something big, something to add to something. And then I started wearing one of my pieces, and it really attracted a lot of people, and they wondered, where did I get that from? And I said, I made it. They're like, no. I'm like, yes. And that's just how it started. Like, people started having a lot of interest in what I did, and then it just progressed from there.
Now, a lot of the stories based on people that I've met so far doing this show have started off like this. It's something that was just a hobby or a passion, and then you wear it and people want it, and that's how you're onto something
Yep.
good,
Yes, definitely, definitely. I was at a bar actually when that actually happened, and the guy asked me, did you buy that? I said, no, I made it. He's like, you should do something about that. And a lot of people will come to you and they'll encourage you to do something with your talent, do something with your hobby. And I just said, okay, well, you know what? I need to give this a shot. That's how I felt about it.
Great. Now, well, since this is your baby, so to speak, and seeing it grow, seeing how people are falling in love with what you create, how does it make you feel, when people want to actually purchase your pieces and it just resonates with them?
Oh, it is an exhilarating feeling. It's emotional to a point where I'm like, I should have done this a lot sooner. That's how I feel about it. I will have people who will buy stuff from me, and months down the line, I will see them with it, and I'll be like, you still have it? And they're like, yes, it's really nice. So for me, it becomes very passionate, very exciting, I'm lost for words when it comes to what I do and the way it makes me feel. It just makes me feel so good inside that I can produce something that other people like as well, I don't know. It makes me feel so good.
But
so
one
good.
thing I can say, I don't think this is a put on because I can feel your excitement when talking about your pieces. So far as seeing somebody walking around randomly and it is your piece,
Peace.
So these are the things about, making something that makes people happy.
Yeah.
And again, it's doing something that you love. So what are you able to offer and what do you produce right now with your brand?
Okay, well, currently I started with necklaces, then I moved on to bracelets as well. So necklaces like what I have on my neck right now, I make a lot of those. So just something to throw on that people can go to the beach or go to an event with, they can just put that on. I also make dream catchers. I make waist beads, I make anklets, I make bracelets, I make earrings, I make jars. Anything that I can add sea glass to, I can literally give it a shot. That's what I do.
Great. Now, stumbling on your social media page, I also noticed you had sun catchers. Now, just for anybody out there, what is the difference with a dream catcher and a sun catcher?
Well, the dream catcher, it's in a hoop, like what a hula hoop will look like,
Yes.
and then it's weaved inside in a pattern, like say for example like a crochet pattern. But the sun catchers is like a chime, so it just hangs. It's just strings of glass, strings of beads, or strings of whatever you'd like to hang, and then you put it outside and you hang it in your balcony. But the dream catchers are more for indoors. They're more for intimate space, personal space, your zen area. That's what your dream catchers are for.
Out of everything that you create, is there any piece in particular or any style that's maybe a favorite to you to create?
No, there's no favorite. I like everything. I like doing everything. The chains, I would say, would be the number one because that is what I started with. So that would be like my baby when it comes to trinkets. But everything else, I put the same energy in everything that I do.
Where do you see your brand going? What direction, and where would you like it to be in the near future?
I see my brand expanding. It's small, and the thing about it, it's very small. I started in a box. That's how I started. I started trinkets in a cardboard box. And as time and the months went by, I had to expand to a crate. And then I have this huge wooden box with all my stuff in it. I'm like, okay, well, now I'm going to have to find a room to put my things and then a studio to put my things. And that's just how I see it. It's baby steps, but eventually I'll get there.
Let everybody know how they can follow you, and of course, if somebody wants to get a special piece made by you, how do they contact you?
They can contact me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a Twitter page. It's Trinket758. It's a pink logo. You cannot miss it. So you just send me a message and I will respond as soon as possible. And then I give out my personal information. If you want something custom made, if you want something that is not displayed on the page, after having a look, you can contact me through those pages as well. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for taking time out to be here with us. So, of course, she's creating magical pieces with love. And, of course, remember, Valentine's is coming up. So if you want something, again, that's different and unique, everybody's trying to outdo their last gift. You can do something different. So make it Trinket 758.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, St. Lucia, good morning. Welcome back to This Morning. I am Chayla Mendez, your host, and it's about time to dive into something else that's interesting, and it's going to be happening on Thursday evening. So make sure you come down to our friends at Me Curator. We have Bookie Kahane here with us. How are you, love?
I'm really well, thank you.
Super. Well, I'm excited to be here once again, and Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
Great. And I'm super thrilled because our first encounter for the new year is something very patriotic and also something that's going to support our youth, because, you know, we always have to look at the next generation. And when we think Me Curator, we think of art, we think of creatives, and of course the support that you've been bringing. So tell us about what's happening just in time to celebrate independence.
Okay, yes, so we have the Me Curator Nobel Laureate Youth Art Exhibition taking place tonight at 7 p.m. at the Me Curator Gallery located at Massad Grosile.
Super. Now, with this initiative, I mean, there's a whole list of activities. So this is one of the official activities. First of all, before we dive into how things are going to unfold, how does it feel to be contributing in this way and, you know, just helping out and helping us be patriotic?
It's really amazing. So this idea came by this time last year. And so it's great to see it coming to fruition, and it's great to see it actually happening and part of the Nobel Laureate Board, as you say. And I think what I can do, although I'm not St. Lucian, is definitely still celebrate the independence with you guys, celebrate the great Nobel laureates, and be part of this, like you say, an amazing year celebration.
Now, one thing that is going to be different, or rather should I say, the key focus is going to be highlighting our youth, our artists that are up and rising.
Exactly. So Me Curator as a brand has focused always on emerging, but also established artists. And in this case, they're definitely emerging. We have artwork done by young students between the age of 16 and 20.
And I know there's also giving an opportunity for them, you know, for persons to invest and even purchase pieces. And that's something important because, you know, too often growing up, although the mentality, I must say, is changing, is that, you know, art is not a career, it's not a business. But again, giving them this opportunity and showing that you can make a career out of it is something I think that's empowering for them.
Yes, first and foremost, it's highlighting the teachers, the art teachers. Without them, then these students wouldn't have the chance to necessarily produce some paintwork. Secondly, it's the family support and encouragement. Hence why tonight's exhibition really will enhance that aspect of having family members come out, support and represent, you know, the young artists as well.
Now, how easy was it finding these artists to be part of this exhibition?
It's been actually quite good. I've worked with the TIVET unit, so this is in collaboration with the TIVET unit, and they have been amazing, bringing new artwork, new artists by me, so it's been absolutely great.
Now, how are things going to unfold later on this evening? What can persons expect?
So the plan will be to have, as always, it will be from 7 p.m. this evening, and it will have some music, entertainment, and also the exhibition and some live footage as well.
Great. Now, when it comes to, entry, is there a fee or any cover charge for that?
As any great Me Curator exhibition, this is going to be free for entry for tonight.
Good stuff. So what is the atmosphere going to be like? Because, one thing sometimes, exposing others to art, people think it's for a selected few, but I really think it's for everybody and it's what you pull out from the pieces.
Absolutely. So this will feature, again, young local St. Lucian artists and their take on their piece of work by Derek Walcott. So it'll be their chance to express themselves and their chance to be able to put paint to canvas and express his poetry through that forum.
Good stuff. Now, for anybody, again, who may just not know about Me Curator, before we wrap up, just again let them know what Me Curator is all about.
Okay. So Me Curator is an art brand. I'm focused on established and emergent artists, those who paint, those who do photography, those who do pottery, and also visual images as well. So I have a gallery in Massad Grosile, and the aim is to showcase your artwork, your pieces, mostly for sale, so you can get some money back from this as well, and have that up on the walls of the gallery.
Good stuff. So St. Lucia, let me give you this reminder. If you need something to do, matter of fact, you need to put on your calendar right now, later on 7 p.m. You make your way to Massad. Come visit Bookie because we're going to have amazing young talent on display. Some of the artists, are they going to be there as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Perfect. So it's an opportunity to meet our up and rising talent. So come and support. We're celebrating 40 years of independence, so this is very, very important. So come out, be part of history in the making. And of course, make sure you follow Me Curator. What is your social media handle?
It's Me Curator, MECURATOR.
All right. Now, I love it when people make it as easy as that. So come on out, 7 p.m. All roads are going to lead us to Me Curator, and we're going to celebrate our youth at its best and celebrate art and our 40th independence. Cheers to you, St. Lucia. Good morning. This morning is back. And let me tell you something. I'm fresh from my vacation. You'll know I went to Canada. And I'm so happy to be back home. And we have family, extended family.
Yeah,
I suspect we're related anyway, some Canadian blood here.
Yeah,
but this is what winter in St. Lucia looks like. Tropical paradise sun, drinks in hand. And this is how we started off. So we have our homeboy, Keo. How are you?
I'm good. It's
Welcome
always
back
great to be
home.
back. It's always great to be back home.
And of course, we have Jordan here, extended
Yes.
family. Like I said,
Yes,
how are you?
love. I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm feeling really great. And of course, St. Lucia, it's all about Solstice. It's happening on Friday at Coconuts. And of course, as they pride themselves on it, it is the ultimate unplugged experience. So of course, it's a different eclectic vibe, real good music, good people, and you just come out and vibes. I'm getting goosebumps on that. You see, that's how you're feeling the vibes on that already, So first of all, I'm so excited. St. Lucia is excited.
Me too.
What can we expect? Because I know you keep trying to do it different every time,
Yes,
and this is
yes.
your third year.
This is the third year already of Solstice. Wow.
Already.
Time flies. I didn't even realize.
Remember when
that.
it started? I
Yeah.
mean, look at how it's grown.
Yes, and it's going to continue to grow if I have anything to do with it. Like, my plan with Solstice had always been to, everyone we do, elevate the experience. And this one is no different. Like, this time we're going to have a full band experience. We're going to still incorporate the acoustic vibe. But the goal is to take this big production and make it feel like you're looking at, like you're watching it from your living room. You know what I mean? Like, you could touch the artist, you could speak to the artist, and that kind of thing. And really just create, like you said, the ultimate unplugged experience.
And just seeing how it's grown, and people are looking forward to it because again, it just brings a different feel, a different vibe. I mean, it's like a must do now, so I'm so happy that you made sure we have it again.
Every time I'm here, I have to do it in some form or fashion. I wish I had more time to be able to do it like the weekly sessions that we used to do, but instead of doing that, we found a way to condense that and just create one big experience. Now, this one is called Solstice, A Winter in St. Lucia. This is going to be one half of a bigger picture that I'm trying to paint. But with this first one, A Winter in St. Lucia, I wanted to be able to take aspects or elements from that world. You know what I mean? Like my time that I spent in Canada, Toronto, Halifax, and bring that energy here. So it's a blessing that we have my brother JRD in
That's
here
right.
at the same time as our guest performer to be able to do this.
Now, of course, so Jordan is here, and of course, talking about bringing the energy. So all the way from Halifax, you are
Nova
here.
Scotia, yes.
You beat the cold.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be in St. Lucia?
It's amazing. I live in Toronto, but I'm from Halifax. That's where me and KO met. But it feels amazing because, like I said, like I was saying earlier, literally a day and a half, 2 days before I came, it just started getting real cold. We were having a nice winter, but now we're having a real winter in St. Lucia right now.
Right?
You know what I mean?
We have
The sun,
shorts,
the sun
no
is shining
long
and it's
sleeves,
beautiful.
No layers. So this
Yeah.
is what it's about. Now, of course, people are looking forward to the experience. First of all, how did you guys meet? That's what I
We
want to know.
met, I think it's Quake. That's our homie. Quake actually did a solstice last year.
So Quake did Solstice last year during the Roots and Soul Festival.
Right.
So it'll be 2017 actually that he did Solstice. But I met Quake in Halifax through Littles, and then through that relationship I met a bunch of the other artists in Halifax, and Jordan was of course one of those, and he was one of them too that like right off the bat, his energy, his vibes, we really connected in a different way because I think a lot of the people in our community were like rappers, you know what I mean? Whereas he's an R&B singer.
Right.
And like my vibe is still very like experimental, if you will, and it delves in all these different elements. So we really connected in that kind of creative aspect too. Yeah.
Little's like my little brother. So I remember it was around them times when you came out and he was going to St. Mary's University, and I was already done university. I'm a little bit older, but don't tell nobody.
Nobody
Keep it on the low. But no, like he said, like we connected right away, and Quake is like my little brother. KO is like my little brother. So like, you know, Halifax, you know, they embrace people that come from out of town, come from different countries, and now he's honorary Scotian. Just like now I'm in St. Lucia, I'll be back. I already told him, bring my daughter. My daughter, we coming back. We're going to the falls. You know what I mean? Going to the waterfalls, everything. But yeah, no, it's amazing. I'm excited to be a part of Solstice too, because this is something that he's been working on for a minute. And now it's just gonna grow. So like we were just talking about, you know, this got to be on a big stage soon. Come on, every year you keep.
And it will.
Right?
Like I said, like the goal is always to elevate the experience, and this is no different. And again, it's like a blessing to be able to take, like because Jordan and so many people from Toronto, Halifax, Canada in general had embraced me and let me into their world in such a holistic way. It's always a blessing to be able to return that favor and bring them here. And
full circle.
exactly. So it's really a blessing to be able to do this, and it just works out timing wise too, because Jordan is here with a Toronto
Yes,
DJ
working on some big stuff, too.
producer group called Flight School, and they're shooting a video here. So we're all over the place. We were in Canaries yesterday at the falls, shooting there in Soufrière. So we get to see the island, we get some work done, and we get to do Solstice. So it just, you know, the universe comes full circle.
I usually say I envy my job, but I think I'm a little bit jealous of you guys right now. And just so that St. Lucia knows a little bit more about you, of course, Juno award-winning R&B artist. Just let the people know a little bit about you and how they can find and follow to show.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm an R&B singer, you know, so R&B soul, and from Halifax, Nova Scotia, inspired by Babyface. That was the #1 R&B songwriter of all time. If you don't know about Babyface, you better do your homework.
Right.
But you know, my background is Jamaican Maroon. I'm Scottish, Irish, British. You know, I got a little mix, but you know, by way of Harriet Tubman, Underground Railroad to Nova Scotia in the 1700s. So, you know, but we're here, and this is full circle, like you said, because when we met earlier, like a long time ago, I told Kay, I'm gonna come to your spot one day, and we here, So we're gonna make the most of it and have a lot of fun. Cheers, yeah, St. Lucia, cheers.
Cheers, and of course, big shout out and extra cheers to Chairman's Reserve, of course, on board with you
Yes,
for
our
that.
presenting sponsor, as well as Powered by Flow.
And we've been drinking that last 2 days too. Yeah, we've been on it.
All right, and I suspect there might be some chairmans in these glasses, so this is our only reminder. Enjoy what you have. Come out for the experience. It's Solstice. It's happening on Friday. You don't want to miss it. And of course, it's worth the experience. That's all I can say. It's going to be nothing short of an experience. Come
Absolutely.
and feel the
Feel the
difference.
vibe. Make sure you come out Coconuts, 10 p.m. Solstice, the ultimate unplugged experience.
Hey St. Lucia, this wraps up our show for today. I'm wishing everybody an amazing Thursday. Hopefully you thoroughly enjoyed our show. Don't forget, later this evening, it's all about Me Curator, celebrating our youth, our up and rising artists. And of course, on Friday, we have Solstice coming up. So I'm really excited. I know I started the day off right. Hopefully you're sharing in the good vibes with me. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow for our Free Up Fridays. Bye.